Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now guys, in today's video, we are going to be putting off two Apple knockoff pencils against the real thing. So this here is my Apple Pencil second generation. Now, obviously when I first bought this, I got it with the iPad. It was about £120. So a massive expense for a pencil. So in this video, we're going to look at, can you get away with buying these cheaper knockoff Apple pencils? And we're going to put that down to a few things. So the weight, kind of the grip, the smoothness, how does it feel in your hand? And then we're going to actually put it to the test, and we're going to just start drawing with it, see if the palm rejection works on these as well. And we will do a good old test on these. So first things first, so the two pencils I got, and I'm pretty sure that they're almost identical. They both have the same charging. The boxes look very similar. However, they've got universal stylus pen and active stylus pen. So I don't know if here it does say for iOS, Android and Windows, okay? And this one just says specifically for iOS, iPad mini, or Air and Pro. So maybe this one is more directed at Apple and iPads, and this one is going to work on other stuff as well. So we'll see how they work. We'll see how they act. Maybe this one's not going to be so good with palm rejection and stuff like that, but we shall see. Now, the reason why I got these two specifically with a universal stylus pen and one that is more directed is, again, can we go down the route of these Apple looking type pencils? Will a universal one work, or classed as universal, work just as well as one that's directed just for iPads? So let's get into it. So I think what we're going to do first is I just obviously need to open this. This one has no wrapping on it whatsoever. And you guys know how difficult I find it to get into this cellophane wrapping. So bear with me 1 minute, and like magic, it shall be gone. Bang, and the cellophane is gone. Now, guys, that actually took a lot longer than it probably should have. If I'm honest, it took me a few minutes to get that cellophane off. So let's get it open and let's see what we get in a box. So we know that with a real Apple Pencil, obviously we get the Apple Pencil itself. There's no need for extra charging measures or anything like that because it charges electronically on the side of the iPad. And we get some like spare ends, tips. So in here we get, so we get a charging cable, which is USB-C to USB-A. We get the actual pen itself, okay, and then we get again some spare tips here as well, which look like they just screw in and out, very similar to the Apple Pencil. So it just screws off, and there's a little nib inside there, and there you go. So I'm guessing to turn it on, there was like a tab at the end. There you go. There's a touch ring at the end. Apparently, it's got full battery. So I think first things first, I need to connect it by Bluetooth to the actual pad itself. Oh no, it's starting to work already. However, what it isn't doing is drawing. So if I was to pull this Apple Pencil out, it draws. So I think maybe I need to attach this by Bluetooth. Let's give it a go. Then we one set. Let me try it. Okay, guys. So as this being the universal stylus, I think this is something that we should all be really careful of when we're looking for these pens. You actually have to click. It slides pages up and down as a stylus would, but it doesn't actually draw until you actually click draw with touch, and then it will draw. However, it does not recognize, if you tilt it sideways, it's not doing thicker lines to skinnier lines. If I do, it's not doing good palm rejection at all. It's missing it. So guys, I think this is the thing with this universal one. It's not even finding that. What's it doing? There you go. So I think, with the universal one in particular, it's not going to be the best option. It is just going to be like a stylus with a little bit more accuracy. You know those ones with the little rubber ends? Yeah, it's more like one of them. However, just a bit more accuracy when you draw in, but you still cannot touch the screen. So if I touch the screen, it just doesn't recognize every line. That it just doesn't do it. So yeah, it works, and it's, yeah, how can I say, it does work. And look, it is electric in terms of, yeah, double tap it turns it off, double tap it turns it on. Let's see if it's magnetic. Oh, it is. You have to take, obviously, so there's a little cap in here to protect the USB thing. So if you put that there, it is magnetic. So you can actually still store it on the side of your iPad. I like it. Okay, that's good. So that's one positive. Now, in terms of actual feel, so the Apple Pencil, we all know it feels great. It's like it's a strange like smoothness. It's got grip on it, and it's a great weight. I love the weight of the Apple Pencil. I really do, and I do think it's going to be really difficult. So obviously with here, touch to draw is off, and it will just draw straight away. The palm rejection is there. You can do the fat lines to skinny, and it will recognize it. So yeah, it's one of those. It's the Apple Pencil. You'd hope it would do that, wouldn't you? But the feel is great. This is a little smoother. It feels, even though this is like plastic, it doesn't feel like plastic. It's got a great weight to it. However, this you can feel, it does feel plastic. Don't get me wrong, the grip is still pretty grippy, but you can just feel that it's cheaper. You really can. But when you're paying, this was again like a few quid, what can you expect? Right? What can you expect? So I think let's move to the next one, and then we'll talk about an overall summary with that. But yeah, it doesn't. It will work as a stylus, so it will, move the page up and down and bits and pieces, and you can do all of that. You just have to click the touch to draw to actually be able to use it. It doesn't connect via Bluetooth at all. All right, so let's turn it off, save some power. And just charging it, obviously, you just pull that cap out and the USB-C plugs in, so it doesn't charge on the iPad. Okay, so the next one. So this is meant to be an active stylus pen that's actively made for the iPad. So I think we're going to get a very similar thing in here. We've got, again, pretty much the same. Actually, it's a little bit skinnier. The wire's a bit skinnier than the other one. But yeah, USB-C to USB-A charging cable. We'll put that there in the safe thingy. And you get one spare nib. There's only one in there. Well, the other one you got two. Okay, this feels heavier. Just make sure there's nothing else in there. Nothing. Yeah, it does feel heavier. It actually, is it thicker? It's slightly thicker. The grip actually feels all right. It still feels plasticky, but not as good. So not as bad as this one. They look the same. They're pretty much identical. This one just feels a bit different. It's a bit thicker. So this is the one in question. This is the active one. So tap it twice and it's on. And then do I have to connect this one? I don't know. Is there a way of connecting it, or does it just work? Or is it going to be exactly the same? Okay, I might have to connect this one by Bluetooth because it doesn't do anything at the moment. So let's try that. Let me get into that one sec. Okay, guys, I've got it working, and you do not have to click the draw with touch. However, it didn't like that the other Apple Pencil was connected. I didn't have to attach it by Bluetooth or anything along those lines. It just didn't work because the other one was attached. Now, so if I put my palm on here and I type, it has palm rejection. And I don't have to click the draw line or anything like that. It works the same as the actual Apple Pencil. See? Look at that. it does obviously feel less premium. I think that if you are a actual designer, then definitely just buy the Apple Pencil. It is far more premium. It feels better. It's more comfortable to write with. The grip is better. But I think if you're just kind of light drawing, taking notes, and you don't want to spend £120, this is definitely worth the money. What I do like about the Apple Pencil is they have the gestures, which you tap the side here and it changes between the rubber and the pencil. This doesn't. You have to actually click it. But again, that's just a small thing. And I think, you know, for like £5-6, actually, this isn't bad. This isn't that bad. And I think if you've got kids using the iPad and you don't want them to use your really expensive Apple Pencil, these are definitely worth it. And I think it's just crazy. So if you watched the last video as well, I bought those wireless microphones, which I'm wearing one right now, so hopefully you can hear a difference, with these two knockoff Apple Pencils. And the whole thing came to about £24, which is crazy that you could buy those four things, bits of technology, for less than £25. And that was it. That was with free shipping. So there was no more shipping on top or anything like that. But yeah, this works great. I am happy with this. I would recommend this. So I think when you're looking at these pencils online, you can definitely feel that this one is a lot cheaper. You can. It's not. It's not. It doesn't feel as good. It's a little bit skinnier. There's not much different in them. I think it's more just the technology inside them. But I think if you're looking to use an iPad that has palm rejection, you're doing a bit of drawing, writing, and stuff like that. Obviously, if you don't mind it, then if you just want a stylus and you're happy clicking that, I haven't got it on. That's why it's not working. You're happy hitting, that draw line and you're not going to be touching it, then, this one's absolutely fine. If you want a pencil which is going to act very similarly on the actual iPad to the actual Apple Pencil, then look for the ones that say active stylus pen and they state that they have active palm rejection, which this one did and this one didn't. Now, I think the good thing about the universal pen is if you have many different types of tablets or phones, because this is meant to work with Androids, Window phones, Window tablets, Android tablets. So it'll work with a lot more things. So that's the benefit of using one of these. So if you have multiple different tablets and you want to use one pen to draw on all of them, then this is probably going to be the one. If you just have an iPad and you want it to have palm rejection, then the one with the active stylus pen is definitely going to be the one for you. But I think if we're actually comparing it against the Apple Pencil, I think the feel of the Apple Pencil is just far more premium. You'd expect it, £120 worth of pencil. Of course, it is going to be premium. So guys, I think my summary is, and I think there's always going to be, it wouldn't turn off, there's always going to be a reason for people to buy certain things. And I think if you don't have the budget and you're looking for a pen to act exactly like the Apple Pencil, then use that active stylus pen, as I said. If you've got multiple, this one. If you have the budget and you're a designer and you're going to be drawing a lot on the iPad in more, I guess, work-related applications rather than just drawing on Word or taking notes and notes, then Apple Pencil all the way. Spend the money. It is worth the investment. So guys, let me know your thoughts below. What pens have you got? Have you got an Apple Pencil, or have you got just a universal pen or one of these act like Apple Pencil pens, I guess? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. What would you buy? Are you going to spend the money on the Apple Pencil and go all out? Or are you going to get one of these because actually, you know what, it is good enough? And I think in terms of, this one and drawing, it doesn't, again, I've connected the Apple Pencil and it doesn't like it. But yeah, and I think in terms of drawing with this one, it works exactly the same as the Apple Pen. So yeah, it's good value for money. It just doesn't feel as good. It's not as comfortable. But there you go. I think it's definitely good for the budget. So guys, thank you so much for watching. and I will catch you all in the next one.